Our next speaker is Bobi Wine. He is a Ugandan pop star, activist, and political leader. He heads the National Unity Platform, which is the country's largest opposition party, and he was elected to parliament in 2017. As a singer, Bobi Wine's music has focused on social justice issues. He's been blocked from performing, however. Since 2018, his music considered a threat to the political establishment. He received massive support across the country and then started the People Power movement in 2017 to encourage young Ugandans to get involved in politics. Since then, he's been arrested, tortured, subjected to various other forms of abuse and harassment. His supporters and friends have been targeted by the government, with some killed and others abducted and tortured. Bobi Wine was a presidential candidate in Uganda's most recent election, which has been described as the most violent and least fair in the country's history. He was placed under house arrest, denied access to food or water. Now, I see that on social media there's tremendous excitement that you're here at the United Nations and that your followers refer to you as Mr. President. You have the floor.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Thank you very much for having me. I'm very honored and privileged to be here, not just for myself, but to highlight the plight of the people of Uganda and many people in the world that face the same that we are facing in Uganda. My name, like you said, is Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, although I'm more popularly known by my stage name as an artist, Bobi Wine. I'm a musician, an activist, and also political leader. And yes, I challenged General Museveni in the 2021 election, which turned out to be the most violent election, not just in the history of Uganda, but in all elections that I've seen, because I had to campaign with a bulletproof vest and a ballistic helmet. I survived 3 assassination attempts in 3 weeks by the police and military. On the campaign trail, my entire campaign team was arrested and incarcerated without charge. Many were tortured, and many are actually still in detention. On November 18th, 2020, I was arrested, and when people protested, the military went on rampage and shot and killed hundreds of protesters, although the regime in Uganda only acknowledged 54. Thousands of our supporters were abducted by unmarked military trucks. Many of them showed up dead on the roadside and in the woods. Many of them returned with severe torture marks and horrifying stories. Women were raped, men were castrated, and others, terrible things are happening to them. Many are still missing up to today. And like I said, many are dead. Many are detained without charge up to today. This did not just happen and stopped in the campaign season. It is still going on as we speak right now. Many political prisoners are held without charge, and this includes 2 members of parliament from my party and a young mother who was taken away and left her breastfeeding baby behind. I could go on and on and on, but it's important for me to highlight that as we speak right now, the mineral-rich region of Karamoja is facing bombardment. Hundreds of extrajudicial killings are ongoing. Houses are being burnt and women are being raped. All that is because that region supported us overwhelmingly and is facing the wrath of the military, which is commanded by the son of General Museveni. I could go on and on and on about the plight of the people of Uganda, but now that I'm here, I want to use this opportunity to request the world for attention. Every time we speak, because we cannot find justice in Uganda by local methods, we tend to highlight our plight to the international community. Although when we do that, General Museveni brands us as agents of the West and agents of colonialism. But I request the world for attention. If we get just a fraction of the attention that other regions get, we believe that would be a healing process for us, ladies and gentlemen. Just like Putin is doing in Ukraine, just like Putin has been tolerated by the international community, General Museveni has been tolerated for far too long. And the detriment of democracy and human rights is the tolerance of the world's democracies for dictators. Just like Putin had